Welcome, minions of YouTube, to a decidedly decadent insight into the depraved mind of a dungeon keeper. Contained here in this wicked Let's Play, you will find abundantly arcane knowledge and splendiferous stratagems on how to deal an irrevocably deathly blow to those insipidly benevolent fools of the world above. Now, let us begin our evil journey.
Eversmile. Set in the realm of joy, the people of Eversmile are plagued only by aching facial muscles, and not anthrax as we had hoped. Eversmile is a disgusting land of good humor and polite frivolity.
Indeed it is, my nascent narrator. The whole realm looks to be a nauseatingly putrid pile of puke that is in dire need of a drastic splattering of human blood. That ought to give the place an everlastingly lived-in vibe. Now, my maddeningly monstrous minions, let us frivolously throw ourselves into this land of trivial frivolity and ensure the wretched local residents' aching facial muscles ache no more. By removing them. But be warned, minions of YouTube. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, lest I let loose a bile demon to quiff in your face for the rest of eternity. And so we begin our campaign of terror. But first we must establish ourselves. Do not waste time building a treasury, you fools. Order thy imps to immediately dig out the area of gold and build the treasury beneath their tiny feet, so as to speed the process of gold gathering. Don't forget to wield your malevolent might by slapping those stupid imps silly. It just so happens that it is wickedly good fun and yields a 50% increase in efficiency. For maximum effect, slap and possess. I feel craven just being in this cavernous cranium. It is as though a fallen raven has perched upon thy shoulder and proceeded to peck out thy eyes, followed by my frontal cortex, leaving me near blind and dumb. The fourth dimension is so much better to look at than the third, but you wouldn't know, would you, human? Once you have dug out the gold, take your possessed imp and dig a tunnel to this land's portal. Once claimed, you will be able to summon a ferociously savage horde of beetles and flies with which to dispatch this land's sorry excuse for a miserly bunch of heroes. I've never known of such a pathetic justification for a gathering since my auntie's birthday. Oh, woe are the memories. Those pendulumless breasts were more hypnotic than a dose of Rohypnol. But I digress, and we must not egress from the tasks ahead. Now build yourself a luxurious lair, so your creatures can sleep in comfort and keep their morale up. I may be a degenerate dungeon keeper, but we still must provide for those who yield their servitude to us, even if we do occasionally slap them about the place. Speaking of wholesome provision, we must now build a hatchery, so as to keep our creatures fed with plump and juicy chicks. However, should one of the aforementioned miscreants look at you the wrong way, then feel free to slap them to the other side of life. It's strangely therapeutic. You may have noticed an expansion of thy lair and hatchery to a 5x5 room. Combined with reinforced walls, this arrangement is the most efficient, and as such, should be your default layout when planning your dangerously decadent dungeon. Dig, my imp, dig. Dig lest I slap you to death. It is also advisable to build connecting tunnels and doorways, so as to increase ease of movement between rooms for your creatures, and the overall efficiency of your dungeon. After all, no one likes inefficiency. That's why no one likes that rotten edifice of inefficiency known as the UN. Finally, it is advisable to run protective tunnels around your cozy nest of evil, so any would-be puerile intruders ruin not the potential of your dungeon. You can summon imps, which cost gold. The more imps you summon, the more gold it takes. So be sparing if your resources are not plentiful. What is this sonorously thunderous sound I hear? Could it be that the first of this land's foolhardy heroes are trespassing on our most defiled of land? How delightful. Once they have broken through your walls and quickly set your beetles on them, their magnificent mandibles will soon chew them down to a small size even for a dwarf. Flies, however, require a little more motivation to be effective. As with your imps, slap them to increase their paltry deadliness in combat. Once you have dispatched these outrageously meager outrunners of the heroes, the Lord of the Land will feel compelled to administer his misguided attentions to us. How very LOL-tastic of him.
Beware, the Lord of the Land approaches.
In the name of all that is good, we shall defeat you.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Ha!
Your creatures are
We shall
falling
see.
in battle. Your creatures
Be warned,
are under
minions,
attack.
for
Your
those
creatures
flimsy flies are
falling
no
in
match
battle.
against his sword. So feel free to send them in first to die,
Your creatures
just
are
to give
falling
him the
in
wrong
battle.
impression that he stands a chance of ending our malignant magnificence. Foolish human. You may smite one of my creatures, but more will rise to take its place.
Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this realm.
And so, there we have it, minions. This land's defenders lie chopped to pieces upon our dungeon floor. How delicious. It is time to introduce the concept of early retirement from this life to the idiots above us. But first, old habits die hard. There's nothing special to be found in this land, but it is good practice for the evil carnage ahead of us. You never know what you may find buried in the darkness of the underworld. You impetuous imps. You work so slowly upon your own initiative. Must I do everything myself? Bah, we are done with this land. To the next we march. It is most disconcerting the speed with which this information passes.
Branagh Hawk. War and anthrax have taken to this land like fleas to a rat. The region is, thanks to your unstinting efforts, now a major eyesore.
Good news indeed, my nasty narrator. Be sure to return, minions of YouTube, for the next installment of this most despicable of journeys.